Are you there, Shakil?
Yes, hi, sir. Good evening, good morning.
Yeah. Okay, so let's give a minute. I think there's some timing issue with Vaibhav. I don't know what happened to Ashwini. I'll check with Gwinnett team.
You must be busy or something.
Yeah,
Uh, like uh, I was missing for 3 days. Could be
yeah,
anything, sir.
yeah, right.
Hope he's doing well, though.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's start. And anyway, session is recorded. So today, what we are going to learn, we will learn two things today. So yesterday, what we have covered um, pipeline, how to create pipeline using freestyle job, and we'll see lots of freestyle job creation in our upcoming session also, because later on we are going to talk about uh, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, and as we will move on to our next set of topics, I'll keep integrating that to our freestyle job and to our pipeline job. But as of now, we have learned freestyle job, which is a kind of basic method to create pipeline. Yesterday, we have created a pipeline, and the pipeline looked something like this. And the pipeline looked something like this. So the pipeline which we have created, that pipeline was able to compile the job, test the job, and package the job because that is what the instruction we have given to these jobs while it was running there in the freestyle graphical user interface format. And this is a kind of basic thing, the one which I was talking about. Because nowadays it's more of the world of scripting. Now, what is the drawback of this kind of job? You remember what we have done whenever we are creating these jobs. At every job, I said, okay, fine. This is the GitHub repository. You have to download the GitHub source code from there, and then you have to process on top of it. You have to compile on top of it. You have to test on top of it. You have to package on top of it, top of the source code which it is downloading from GitHub repository. And where is my GitHub repository? Let me quickly log into GitHub repository. This is my GitHub repository, which it's pulling everything every time. Now, what the thing is, as of now, these repositories are kind of no, this is having very minimal sort of source code present in it. It is just having two folders and lesser files and so on. But in real time, there could be plenty of files. For example, in order to show you a couple of things, I think Vaibhav is joining. Hi, Vaibhav. I'm audible, Vaibhav. Okay, you are not. I think some mic issues, but let's move on. But I think he joined in. So let me just show you some of the real-time source code for Kubernetes. So GitHub repo for, I'll show you for Linux. It's one of the oldest one. So Torvald is the gentleman who created this operating system, which is with the name Linux. Can you see how many folders are there? Can you see how many files are there? They're huge. How many commits? You see, once tens, 100,000, lakh, once tens, 100,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 14 lakh, 12,000, 31 commits, right? And in ours, it's just 10 commits, maybe 22 commits. That's it, right? But and we are having just two folders, but in real time, you can have these many folders, right? These many folders. And if I talk about the size, you can't even imagine. It can be huge. The size can be huge. Why I'm saying you even these things? Size will be huge and this and that. Why I'm even saying you this? Because I want to let you know that for every pull, for every job which we have created till now, every job which we have created till now, we have given the clear instruction that get the code with every job execution. So what it is doing at every job execution, it is going to GitHub, and that's what we have done, right? If you remember, we have given what we have done in each job. For example, if I go to test job, in test job, what we had done in configure section of test job, what we had done, we had said that okay fine, it's a GitHub project, we are given the instruction, go and pull the code from GitHub. Now if since our code is small, size is less, perhaps in KBs, maybe it is taking less time, it is not taking much of the time for you to get the full copy of the code from GitHub repository. But if it is big like this, and in real time it's big only, it's as big as even bigger than this, right? It's even bigger than this, whose size could be huge, whose size could be in GBs maybe, right? Whose size could be in GBs maybe. Now, if the size is huge, then with every job execution, in case if you want to download it, what it will do, it will take plenty of time for the download to complete. Right? It will take plenty of time for the download to complete. So in order to get rid of that, what we do is we create different kind of job. One another drawback of this kind of freestyle is for every job, we are Windows guys. So we are more comfortable going through these Windows graphical user interface and all. But the coding lover, those who write code a lot, scripting lover, those who write scripting a lot, do not do much of these things. Rather, what they do is they prefer they prefer to write more of the pipeline code. So let me quickly do some sort of cleanup, okay? So that it will be more easy when I'm talking further. Let me just clean up. I'll clean up everything which is not related to pipeline now. So only these which is related to pipeline I kept because I wanted this dashboard also. So, but other stuffs I have cleaned up. So now what I'm going to do, I want to write a pipeline by using some code. Rather than using the graphical user interface, I want to write a pipeline by using code. And the code which we use to write the pipeline is called Groovy DSL. Let me talk a bit about Groovy DSL. Let me talk a bit about Groovy DSL because it's for the first time I'm going to introduce some sort of coding to you. So the one which I want to talk
Sir, can
about,
you repeat that? You said we write a code using what?
Groovy DSL, this one, Groovy DSL. DSL stands for domain specific language. Domain specific language. Groovy itself is a well-defined coding format. So if I talk about Groovy, then Groovy itself is a very big world of coding. So here, if I talk about Groovy, Groovy is Groovy is a powerful Java compatible programming language for the JVM, which is used for scripting, testing, and building application with concise syntax and dynamic features. So, like the way you can see, it is a Java. So it is a Java compatible programming language, right? It is a Java compatible programming language. So it follows some sort of syntax like the way we do in Java, but it is not as complicated as Java, but it follows some sort of Java scripting syntax. This is very good for scripting, especially when we are writing the
So this is
pipeline code.
not Java.
This is not Java.
Okay.
This is not Java. This is very similar to Java, but this is not Java. This is different from Java. This follows Java syntax, but this is different from Java. Okay. So now this is the scripting language which is used in nothing other than this. You can use in writing pipeline code in Jenkins. This is the only one which you can use to write pipeline code in Jenkins. Okay. So now we'll learn how to write it. So any of the pipeline code which you are writing in Jenkins starts with pipeline. So what we have done, I'll compare it so that it will become easy. What I've done in case of freestyle job, if you remember, in case of freestyle job, what I had done was, right? What I had done in case of freestyle job, I did something to which we call as creation of job. So first job which I created is creation of compile job, right? First job which I in freestyle format, I first created compile job. While creating compile job, what I've done, I have clicked on new job, and in new job, what I've done, I got a kind of user interface, and in the user interface, what I had done while I was creating the compile job, or let me just take you there. I clicked on new item, gave some name to it, sample, some name to it, and clicked on freestyle. You see, I'm clicking a freestyle project. It gave me a graphical user interface. And in this graphical user interface, I filled in the option. Which option? Checkout option. So the first option, I gave a name to job. And the first thing which I did was I gave Git related information for code checkout. What do you mean by code checkout? Code checkout means pulling in the code from source code repository and bringing in scope of Jenkins. This is the first thing which I have done. Right? After that, what is
So
this?
checkout means pulling from GitHub.
Yes, pulling from
Okay.
GitHub. Yes. This is the first thing which I have done. Next thing, what I've done is under build step, I mentioned invoke top level Maven targets. Here I've given a goal. And the goal which I gave is compile compile, and I gave under advanced section, I gave the path where my code is present. Right? I gave the path where my code is present. And I gave this path copied from here. This is what I had done yesterday. Yeah, this is what I had done yesterday. Right? This is what I had done, right? Nothing different from this. Let me quickly check if I have done same thing or something different. Compile job and configure git compile, and yes, yeah, this is what I had done yesterday. So I had second step after this, what I had done, I given the goal as compile, and then third thing, I gave the path where POM file is present. That's it. That's it. These are the three things. Same thing I did with test job. Same thing I did with test job, and I did with package job. Created test job and created package job. Same thing I did with all the three jobs. Now, same thing I have to do in pipeline also. So any of the Groovy script which I'm going to write to create a pipeline. Remember, any of the Groovy script which I'm going to write to create a pipeline will start with a keyword to which we call as pipeline. Okay, to which we will start with a pipeline. Since it follows Java syntax, it will take this bracket. Right? It will take this curly bracket, because this curly bracket or middle bracket or butterfly bracket, whatever you want to say, you can say that. There are different names for that. You can say middle bracket, you can say curly bracket, you can say butterfly bracket. Different names are there for this bracket. This is the bracket which you will have to put it. After pipeline, you will give this bracket, and after this bracket, what you will do? The first thing which you will define is where you want to run this pipeline. Now, as of now, where is this? We have created this freestyle job. We have created this test job. We have created this package job. But where it is running? It is running on the graphical user interface just for our visualization. Graphical user interface is a visualization. It's a kind of view which it's giving us. But at the back end, it needs something. It is not running on my computer, my laptop. No, it is not running on my laptop. It is running somewhere else. Where is it running? It is running on EC2 instance. This is because I have installed Jenkins here in this EC2 instance, right? And that is the reason you see it is taking the same IP address as my EC2 instance. Where is it running? It is running in my EC2 instance. All these jobs which I've created is running in my EC2 instance. So what is this EC2 instance in this case? EC2 instance, this EC2 instance where Jenkins is installed is the agent for Jenkins, right? Is the agent for Jenkins, is the place where Jenkins executes its job. There can be one agent. Now we are testing, right? So we are having only one agent, only one instance. But in real time, there can be huge. There can be 10, 12, 14. Any number of EC2 instances could be there of very big size. We are using T2 micro whose size is very small, whose size is as low as 10 GB, whose size is as low as 10 GB, but in real time it could be huge. It could be of 1 TB size also. That big instance you can have. So what is these instances? These instances are the agent to Jenkins, where Jenkins runs its jobs. Okay, so now as of now what we are doing, we are running on these agents. So the first thing which you have to tell to your pipeline job where you want to run your jobs with the keyword called agent. Which machine? Agent is the machine. So I'll say any agent, any machine which is free, you can run there. You can just make it very specific also if you want. That also I will demonstrate. After this, there is a topic called node management. In node management, we will create one more node because like the way I said, in real time, you can have one or more than one node. I'll create one more node also, and I'll show it to you how it works. So agent, after pipeline, it takes the input as agent, and you are saying any agent, any available agent, any agent which is available at this time, you run there. Now, normally there is a naming convention for the agent which is used. This is called master and slave. This is the agent or and master and master and you can say or manager and worker. Sorry, manager and worker or master and slave. There are different kind of naming conventions. I'll explain you when I'm covering node management. I'll explain you that thing. After that, what? After that, you have to define which tools you are going to use. For example, in order for this to run, what you need Maven tool, right? Because you want to do compile, you want to do package, you want to do test, you want to do package, you want to do package. And in order to do all these things, you need Maven tool. So which tool you want to install? Maven. And what else? This is a Java related code. So what else you will need? You will need Java for its execution. So you have to mention Maven and maybe give a name to this tool. We will configure it in tool management in few minutes. So I'll say which tool I want to use. I want to use the tool as Maven. I want to use the tool as Java. I'm just giving you some example, but this is the way you will define tool. Tool section is done. After that, what? After that, you have to define your jobs, right? After that, you have to define your jobs. You have to define your stages. Each stage, yesterday you remember, I created different stages. Each stage we will put in. What are the stages we have created till now? While we were working on Jenkins till now, we have created three different stages. What are those three different stages or three different jobs? I'll delete this. I'll delete this sample one. We have created three different jobs, three different stages of software development life cycle. Compile, package, and test. Compile, test, and package. These three different stages we have created, right? So again, we have to define stages. Whenever we are writing pipeline, in pipeline, we have to define stages. Stages. So the keyword which we use to define stages is stages only. And within stages, you have to define stage one, stage two, stage two, stage one, stage two, stage three, stage four, stage five, stage six, stage seven, any number of stages which will be a part of your software development life cycle. You have to define those many stages. Now, while creating each job, what we did, we give the name of the job, right? We give the name of the job. And while we were creating freestyle job, each job was like a stage in our software development lifecycle. Let me quickly draw same diagram again, which we did yesterday. Same diagram. Let me draw again what we did yesterday. What we did yesterday was this. We created three different jobs and each job was acting as a stage. Each job was acting as a stage in our software development life cycle. In this software, first one was compile, compile. Second one was test, test. Third one was package. And there will be more as we will proceed in our upcoming sessions. So this is considered, this is a pipeline which is following SDLC, software development life cycle. In this, there are three stages: compile, test, and package. Yesterday, we have created three separate jobs for three stages. Now I'm going to put it in one single pipeline job only. But in the pipeline job which I'm creating, there I have to give a name to these stages. So now stage one, what will be the name of stage one? Stage one will have a name which is compile job. Compile job. Stage two will have a name which is test job. Stage three will have a name which is package job. Three different jobs, three different names to the job. Now, what you want to do within this job? In that job, what we have done, we have executed this, right? We have executed this. So same thing, right? Same thing we have to do here also. Same thing we have to do here also. We have to execute certain commands. We have to execute certain commands. So now in order to execute certain commands here, what we are going to do, we will write steps. We'll write steps. We'll write steps. Let me just create some sort of spaces. Yeah, it is maybe two space. I'll give everywhere steps. Now what steps? What steps I want to execute? I want to execute shell script. And by using that shell script, what I want to do, I want to execute one maven command. I want to execute. So first thing which I want to do is I want to follow a specific directory, right? So I want to follow a specific directory. So what I'll do, I'll execute the command which will be, or let me just go to the pipeline template here. One more thing I want to show you. One more thing, but let me just do this first. Let me just create a kind of framework for you. First thing which I have to do is I have to go to this path from where this is what I have done. It is a freestyle also. I have to go to the path cd to the path where POM file is present. This is what I had done previously also. And after that, I had executed one command, which was mvn compile. Why? Because this is the goal which I have given to my first job in compile job. So this is what I have done in my compile job. It's my compile job what I have done. In compile stage, the first step which I had performed when I was working on freestyle job was I went into the path where POM file is present, and there we have executed one goal, which is compile. Now here, in case of pipeline job,
Sir, excuse me.
uh-huh, uh-huh,
This one, CD
uh-huh.
path where POM file is present, is this just a description that you
Yeah.
have written, or this is a command?
No, no, this is just a description. This is
But
just
CD is the command.
CD is the command, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we learned here, right? I mean, CD in our Linux machine in past also. I
Yeah.
gave CD, and then when I gave the name of the folder, it just you see here, CD is the command, and I want to go to this specific folder.
Okay, so the description that you have, we will use the
Path.
path of the folder.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, got it.
And there, once we go there,
And one more
then,
question.
uh-huh,
So the closing bracket I see you have written in a new line.
yes, yes,
So is it going to be like this? A closing bracket always in the new line?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. It will be new line, yes. It will be very good. I mean, now I'm just showing you in your notepad. When I'll go to Jenkins, you see, it will organize in very good order. I don't need even to close the bracket. Jenkins will close by its own. Now in
Oh,
Note,
okay.
yeah, you'll see it. In Notepad, I'm just showing you.
Yes, I think
Uh,
I've seen it, closing bracket in a separate new line.
yep, 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 yep. Okay. So same thing goes to test job also, and same thing goes to package job also. So in case of test job also, I'll write same thing. In case of package job also, I'll do same thing. So this is the kind of standard, this is the kind of convention we will be following. This is the kind of convention we'll be following in while writing this script. So this is the kind of basic architecture, very basic. This is very, very basic. Going forward, we'll see complicated one also, right? I mean, as you are able to grasp things, I'll make it more complicated, more complicated. You can understand it better. To begin with, I'm just writing a kind of very basic one at this point to do the job. So this kind of script, any of the pipeline script following Groovy will be written in this specific format only. So this will be the structure. Okay. Any doubt in understanding this architecture, the structure of Groovy pipeline script at this point? Please let me.
Yeah, I think, yeah, looking good.
Okay, good, cool. Okay. So this is how it's written. Now let's try to put it in our let's try to put it in our job now. Okay. So first thing which I will
Hello.
show. Yeah, yeah. Well, go ahead, please.
Sorry, I am audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah, you are
Okay, I
audible.
just
Yeah.
reconnected the headset. Sir, as you mentioned, like these agents will run on the in the backend, right? In the
Uh,
Jenkins, we are just using this GUI, but actually this agent is installed in our EC2 instance, right?
EC2 instance is the agent to Jenkins. So
Okay.
the server where Jenkins is installed is considered as agent to Jenkins. Like
Okay.
for nodes. I'll show you. We did this when our node was not working, right? So here, node. So this built-in node. This is the node where Jenkins is running at this point of time. You remember we did this here? We
Yeah.
came here, we did a
Yeah.
configure, and then we changed these spaces from 1 GB to point. This is the first thing which we did because because the build was not failing. You asked me also in day one why the
Yeah.
job did not run in the
Yeah.
in the the pipe, why the job did not run. So we reduced the size from 1 GB and other stuffs, and it started running after that, right? So this is the node. So that agent, which is a part of the pipeline, is nothing but the node where our jobs are running.
Okay. Yeah. And sir, if I'm not wrong, we haven't started the Docker topic, right?
We did not.
Okay. Because this similar setup we are using on the Cisco switches nowadays. Installing agent and run some jobs or some commands through 𝗏𝘅𝗽𝗍, one of the Cisco's application. So this is similar. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see. After this, we will do Docker.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
So what was
And
the
then
question about the Docker? Vaibhav, what
No,
did you
I just asking because many times when I connect with Cisco tag, they are using this Docker with their switches nowadays. So that's why I was
Oh,
asking this. They are installing some agents on our Cisco switches, and we can manage that through their portal.
yeah, no, you asked that if we are covering Docker. We're not, right?
No. I just
We're not
asked if I
talking about
missed that topic, but
Docker.
as mentioned, it we haven't started it.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah. So now let's create a pipeline job. So now in order to create a pipeline job, I'll click on new item and then I'll say pipeline underscore job underscore one, some name I gave. And I'm choosing the option pipeline this time, not freestyle. You will see the difference. This time I'm choosing the option as pipeline. Click on this and click on OK. And now you see the options are very different. You don't have any such option. You don't have any option to do any of the, those pull, post, build actions. You have only trigger option, only the GitHub project. You don't have any option even to define that Git repository here also, right? There we had option. Let's just to compare that with this. So if I have to go to any of the Jenkins job, so now you see it had so many options. It had Git selecting options. It had these build with parameters, these all things, environment, build step, post build. Nothing is there in this. Nothing is there in this, right? Only trigger is there. Not even Git option is there. Nothing is there. So we have to define everything in our code only. How we will structure? We will structure in the way like the way I said, like the way I mentioned above. So what I'll do first, the first thing is the also in case when since you are new, I'll strongly insist you to click on this pipeline syntax. You see the option pipeline syntax. So as you will click on this pipeline syntax, this snippet generator will open. The snippet, and this will generate actually the snippet for you, the code for you, a kind of part of the code for you it will generate. For example, I want to execute one shell command, right? I want to execute one shell script, and here what I want to do, I want to cd to path where form file is present, and then I want to execute mvn compile. These are the two things I have to do, right? Now you click on this. You see, it has generated a script for you. It has generated a script for you. You just have to copy and paste this. You no need to worry about anything else. You just have to copy and paste it in your code. That's it. That's it. We'll do this also. So now in case if you have PowerShell, in case if you want to do something else, you can just come here and you can just follow the instruction. We will try to use it as much as possible. Okay, as much as possible, we'll try to use it. So the first thing which we will try to use it is I want to integrate with GitHub. So what I'll say, get, you see, get, I am just hitting it. And now it's not as in I'm creating a job. I'm creating code for the job here. Remember, I'm not creating a job. I am creating a code for the job. Why? If you know the code, you come back here and write your code on your own. You don't need this.
Sir,
You don't need this.
which tool or application we're using for code for this to write the script? Groovy.
Groovy. Groovy is the language in which we are writing. And
All these steps that you just talked about, stages, compile, steps, that was for Groovy.
Groovy,
Yeah, this.
yes.
Okay. So where did this win Windows shell thing? I got confused with this.
No
Uh,
problem. No
yeah,
problem.
I
So
don't, I'm very weak, almost zero in server kind of thing. So
no
I
problem.
don't,
No problem.
yeah.
No problem. So what I'm trying to do is by using Groovy code, I want to run some sort of shell script. I want to execute some sort of shell script. So consider that Groovy is a bigger language. By using bigger language, by using a kind of language which is able to do lots of things, I want to perform one task which will be executing shell script. So by using Groovy, what I'm doing, I'm calling agent, I'm calling tools, I'm creating stages. Within stage, I'm giving the stage name. Within stage name, I'm defining steps. And I'm doing one small thing, which is shell script. And in order to execute shell script, I want this shell script to be a smaller part of my entire code, which is written in Groovy. So consider Groovy is a language and shell is a I'll say is a I can say is a kind of small platform which is recognized by Linux operating system to run some commands. For example, if I come here and if I command execute this command, what I'm doing is I'm directly executing manually. This is not automation, right? This is not automation. I'm manually executing it. Rather than manually executing, what I'm doing is I'm bundling different tasks. What are different tasks? Calling agent, calling tools, calling stages, and those tasks are defined by using separate language to which we call as Groovy. So Groovy is a
Yes, sir.
bigger language. Within Groovy, I can call different other platforms to
Yes, sir.
execute some smaller commands.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now this is how it works. So now what I'm going to do is I want to write the script. Now you see, like the way I said, you can use this pipeline syntax. Now, if you know how to write the code, you come here and write the code. Nobody's stopping you. But if you don't know, you give the repository URL here. You give the repository URL here, and you get. I'm not again. I'm repeating. As it's not as in creating the job. No, I'm just generating the code for the job. Now I'll click on create generate. You see, it gave me this. It gave me a snippet of the code, which it is saying you can use it wherever you want to use. Right? Wherever you want to use, you can use this code. So now we will use this. Now we will see how to use it. There are more easy steps also to do this. Git branch main and URL. You can just use it. So now let's use it. Now let's use it. Now for the first thing which we'll start with is pipeline. The first thing which we'll start with is pipeline. This is the first thing. And after pipeline, you will start a bracket. We'll start a now see closing bracket came by its own. I did not give the closing bracket. You see, as I delete, as I delete, I will just give this bracket, starting bracket, hit enter, closing bracket came on its own. I no need to worry about it. This is done by Jenkins. Jenkins does it for me. After that, what? After that, I will say, okay, fine, which agent you are running? Agent any. After that, what? Tools. Which tool you want to use for this? Which tool? I want to use Maven and I want to use Java. But did I define any tool? No, I did not define any tool as such, right? I did not define any tool as such. So for that, we have to learn a new thing to which we call as tool management. So in order, I cannot just write anything uh, from my own wish. No, it won't work. In Jenkins, I have to first tell these are the tools which you have to work on. These are the tools which you have to use. These are the tools which you will recognize. It's not as in if you want to enter into Google Office, you will be able to enter. No, you have to take appointment first. You have to inform to respective teams that, hey, I want to enter into Google premises on this date for this purpose. If it's okay, then only they will allow you, right? So quite similar to that, you click here and now I have to tell to Jenkins that, hey, Jenkins, these are the tools. Now, in order to tell what I'll do, I'll go into manage Jenkins option again, and there is a section called tool management. Can you see the second option, tools? Click on that. Now here I have to just define all the tools. You see, Maven installation, Git, JDK, different types of tools you have to define. So now let's start defining it. So I want to give a name to Maven. Give a name to Maven. What the name I want to give? I want to give the name as maybe my Maven. Some name I gave. Install automatically? Don't. I don't have any issues. Fair enough. You install automatically. Next, JDK, Java. Give a name to JDK. I'll say my Java. And now it says Java home. What is the path? I have Java installed in my machine. I have Java installed in my machine. Let me just restart the session. Okay, I have Java installed in my machine. Java hyphen version. So I have Java already installed in my version. So basically what it's asking the path where Java is, Java binaries, Java source code, Java installation files are present. Right? It's asking that path where Java installation files are present in your machine. So I have to go to that path. Normally Java is present in user. This is the path lib JVM. This is the path where Java is installed. Now you see here I have Java installed. I have two different two different versions of Java. I have I have installation files for two different versions of Java, Java version 17 and Java version 21. At this point, I am working with Java version 21. You're following this, right? You're able to understand this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So now what is happening? I want to I want to take the configuration for Java version 21 because this is what is in use at this point. So I'll just go into this path, cd Java 21, and I'll copy this path. What is the path I want to copy? I have to copy entire path where this binaries are present. Now, if I do a ls here, you see all the binaries, conf, legal, all the installation files for Java is present here. So I'm just going to copy the path here where my Java is present. Copy it and paste it here. Right? Copy and paste it here. What it says, it doesn't look like a JDK directory. Um, JVM 21 doesn't look like a JDK directory. Um, Let me just try with this. This is the path, right? The place where this also doesn't look like a JDK directory. This is not good. Okay, let's do one thing. Let it remain like this. If it fails, then we will think about it.
Sir, what is
So
JDK and JVM?
JVM is JDK is Java Development Kit, and
Okay.
JVM is a kind of Java you can say it's a kind of a volume manager for Java, which contains all those Java binaries and the installation files for Java. Like when we installed Java version 21, the first thing which it has done is it has installed this package. Like if you want to install Notepad, you will install Notepad package, and it will be saved in some C drive, some program folder in your Windows machine. Similarly, in case of Linux machine, when we download this Java installation files, it has this folder structure, and it will go and it will save there only, which is a kind of Java volume manager, which manages Java installation files. Like if you have to install anything in your Windows machine, what you will do, it will go to C drive, right? It will go to C drive. Similar to that, this is the place where Java installation file is saved in Linux machine.
Okay. And JDK?
JDK is Java Development Kit. It is the kit. It is the, you can say it is the package which you are
Okay.
bringing in when you are installing those
Okay.
those files.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so now let me just put it this. Let me just, in case if it fails, then we will see. Okay, so now let's move on. Git remains same. I don't want to disturb it. So for Maven, I have given the option as my Maven, and for Java, it is my Java. Now save it. Save it, right? Now I can give those names here. Now I can give those names here. I will say, okay, fine, for JDK, I want to give my Java, and for Maven, I want to give my Maven, right? For JDK, I want to, so these are the two tools which I need. For JDK, I want to use my Java, and for Maven, I want to use my Maven. Okay. So now next comes is definition of stages. You see, I'm not even giving spaces. This much space Jenkins is giving. Jenkins is giving automatically. I don't need to worry about space. I don't need to worry about closing bracket. Jenkins takes care of that. I had to just focus on my scripting. Now next is stages. Under stages, you see again closing bracket came by its own, space came by its own. I will write stage. First stage is compile, sorry. First stage which I want to do is checkout, because that is the first thing which I did, right? This is the first thing which I did. And in this, the steps which I want to execute is copy this from here, copy the code from here, and you say here script generator, and here you say git, and you give your repository URL. If you know, you can write on your own, but if you don't know, this is going to help you. You give the name as main, and that's it. Copy this, and steps which you want to execute is this. See, I'm just copying and pasting. Nothing other than this I did, right? Nothing other than this I did. So this part, my stage to check out Git is ready. My stage to check out Git is ready. First stage is done. Let's go to
The
second.
checkout is the description.
It's the name of the stage.
Is the name.
Just
Could
the
be
name.
anything. Could be anything.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after stage, I'm giving a stage name here. After stage, what I said, I'm giving the name of the stage. This is just the name.
Yes, sir. It's getting very interesting, sir.
Yeah, it is
It's
interesting.
fun. DevOps is a lot of fun.
Yeah. So now you see, again, I'm going to create another stage. Another stage. And you see, closing bracket is coming by its own. I'm not giving closing bracket. Compile job. Name I gave. Compile job. And what I want to do, I want to put in some steps again to it. Steps. And what steps? Again, you come back here. This time, what you want to do? Your machine is a Linux machine. So definitely you will execute some sort of shell command, right? Shell command, or maybe some sort of build steps you want to perform, or maybe some sort of, maybe let's see if there is something for command also. Something is there for command also. No, there is nothing for, they see change directory, change current directory, directory path is which path you want to change. You want to change to this path. So different thing is there. No, not this path. What is the path? This is the path, right? This is the path. So here, and you can just execute this also. You can just execute this also. This will be the fantastic one which you can do. But for now, to keep it simple, we will use this. So what I want to do, I want to execute two things. First thing is I want to cd, and what I want to cd to this. And next thing which I want to do is mvn compile. Next thing which I want to do, I want to do mvn compile and generate, and I'll copy this and I'll paste in here. Steps, under steps, I'll say, under steps, I'll say this. Under steps, I'll say this. Under steps, this is the syntax, right? Under steps, I'll do this. Okay, so this is the other thing which you have to do. This is the second thing which you have to do. And same thing again you have to do for other stages also. So I'll just copy this now, right? I'll just copy this now and I'll keep pasting two more times. Now see, some spaces are misconfigured. I'll have to just do that. The next command which I want to, the name which I want to give to this is test job, and this one will be package job. If this works, well and good. If it doesn't work, then I'll write a code of my own here rather than taking from snippet generator. So let's just do this. So now this is good. Now you see, Jenkins is a wonderful thing. Say in case, what happens in case if you missed some bracket? Let's delete some bracket, right? Let's delete some. You see, Jenkins started giving something is wrong. Something is wrong with your code. You see, Jenkins started telling you that your code is not right. It has started giving you some error. Maybe you missed something here. Jenkins will start telling you there is something wrong. There is something wrong with your code. So Jenkins is a wonderful platform. It's not as in you are just writing it. It will keep telling you in case if you miss something, in case if you don't do right thing correctly, then it will keep telling you that yes, something is wrong, fix it. And as you fix it, it's gone. It's gone, right? So now this is the kind of source code which you have to write. Hope this is clear.
Sir, can we call this stage as a compiling stage, or I mean,
No, this is a software development life cycle.
okay.
In software development life cycle, there are three stages: compile, test, and package.
Package.
So what we have done, we have created one single job, and in one single job, I've given three different stages: compile, test, and package. In
Okay.
freestyle, what I had done, I had to create three different jobs, do same thing.
Yeah.
But with pipeline, I did with one job only.
Okay.
Okay. So now if this is clear, shall I move ahead?
Yeah. For me, it's clear.
Okay, good. Sakil, it's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So now let's save it. Now what we have to do, you have two options to run. You can trigger it like the way we triggered it yesterday. As you trigger, pipeline will run. For now, let's build it. For now, let's build. When it ran, you see what it showed? All the jobs, all the stages completed successfully. What it is doing, you see the kind of instruction which you gave there. The first instruction was cd and then maven compile. Same thing it has done, right? Same thing it has done. After that, test maven demo hello project ambient compile. Same thing. Okay, in all the three stages doing same thing. I'm sorry, it should have done in three different things, right? Ambient compile, ambient test, and ambient package. Run it again. Okay, second run, it's happening. Let's go back to this console output. Ambient test is running this time. Ambient test, and now ambient package is running this time. And it has completed successfully, right? It has completed successfully. Now the tool error which it was giving, it is still showing error, but the pipeline ran successfully. I don't know how. Okay, let's see if the tool somewhere it would have called the tool. You started by user admin tool and pipeline tool. Yeah, it worked. Tool. It has taken it. Here also it has called the tool. I think it worked. Okay, so now it is running. So it has completed successfully. Now you see pipeline job 1 completed successfully, and it has created pipeline this one also. Pipeline this two different instances also it has created, right? And in case there is a pipeline view also, which Jenkins stopped giving, it seems. Let's see. Yeah, you see the pipeline view. Um, this is the view, you see. This is such a wonderful view it's giving now. Previously, the view was something of different kind, but now it's of different kind, but it's more better now it seems. See the first thing which it has done, started the job, after that tool install, after that checkout, after that compile job, then test job, then package job. Exactly our job, right? Exactly our job. So it gives entire details of what is done, what use a tool from a predefined tool installation, my Java, and then used my Maven, and then used hello project and everything what it has done. How did I get this view? I went into the job where it's running and then click on this pipeline overview, this section, and it gave me this view, right? This gave me this view. So this is the way we create a pipeline job in Jenkins. Going forward, we'll have more stages, like when Docker I'll cover, then there will be Docker step. Then after that, there will be Kubernetes step. There will be Terraform step. So different steps will be there. We will try to just upload some application on the website and we will see how it looks on the website also, right? Today, I want to stop here only.
Yes,
Any
sir.
question? Any question till here?
Yeah, it's good.
Yep.
Good, right?
Yes. Sir, not relevant this topic, but I'm just asking, like, so far we have completed more than 50% syllabus, right? I mean, almost
Um,
50%.
yeah, almost 50%. Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, one more month.
Yeah,
Just
one more month.
asking. Okay.
Yeah, one more month it will be.
Now, yeah, I have to do more practicals because this is becoming more interesting.
Yeah.
Though we are not
Yes,
using in
super
our
interesting.
environment, but yeah, lots of new things. So this is going to be a next job or something. We have to.
Exactly. I'm
Uh,
thinking about switching to this DevOps now from network engineer.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm sure.
It's already late for us to learn this thing, but yeah.
It is, yeah.
But this will be very interesting,
Yes,
much.
super interesting. It really had got my interest in it now.
Yeah,
Definitely, I'm gonna work on this.
yeah. So please practice this and certainly come up
Yes.
with any sort of questions, doubts, which is there in your mind.
Yeah. Because in networking, sir, most of the like API and other setting like that Postman and other things are already started in our production.
Okay.
So yeah, this will help us to understand the scripting and everything.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Okay,
right,
cool.
sir.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.